Welcome. You've chosen the video version of the experience. I'm really happy you did, because now I can guide you through this coffee and share everything I know about it. I've chosen this coffee because it's so different than other Indonesian coffees, and I want to explain why it is that. So let's first talk about the people that made this coffee possible. Right here, you see Wahyu. He's one of our key figures today. He is a farmer himself, but also has founded the Kojoyo Cooperative. Wahyu's goal wasn't really to ever work in coffee. He wanted to become a priest originally, but I'm glad he didn't go that way. He actually found it very enjoyable to learn about coffee and has since then visited the Java Coffee Legend School in Indonesia, learned how to cup coffees and about processing. He has really gotten actually into processing, so you will learn about that more in the processing part of this section of this experience. He noticed that Ethiopian coffees are so floral, so fruity, so exciting, and Indonesian coffees have traditionally been earthy and a little boring and bland. And he wanted to bring Indonesia onto the map of specialty coffees. To do that, he had to get away from traditional methods in Indonesia like wet hulling and had to improve the coffee quality. But he couldn't do it alone. So he found other farmers that think alike and founded Kojoyo with them. A cooperative is a connection of several farmers who share equipment and knowledge in order to improve their coffee. Actually, there's farmers from 6 different districts in Indonesia, all joining their coffees and their knowledge to produce something better in the long run. The farmers from the Kojoyo Cooperative actually still have their own fields and their own coffee plants. Their job it is to pick the ripest cherries from their coffee trees and bring them to Wahyu and the cooperative main station. There, the coffee gets transformed. So all the processing after the picking until it's green coffee and ready to be shipped to Europe is done at the main station. With this, not every farmer has to have a fermentation tank, has to have washing tanks, but they just bring the ripe cherries and Wahyu can process them for them. And then, once the coffee is processed, actually as a cooperative, these farmers have higher chances to negotiate a better price for their coffee. Not only does the processing bring up the points scored that are shown on the front of the packaging, and therefore gain them more money, but they can also negotiate. If one farmer has 2 tons of coffee on his field, that doesn't mean anything because that's not enough. But if 10 farmers suddenly offer 20 tons to an importer or an exporter, that's a different story. That's why in coffee we have so many cooperative formations. Together we're strong, right? Single people would have to sell to a middleman, to a middleman, to a middleman, to a middleman of a middleman, and lose value and income for themselves over time. But through a cooperative that directly exports with an exporter, then to an importer, then to us at Experience Coffee, it makes the value chain so much shorter, making the farmers keep more. If you want a breakdown on price and money, I'm fully transparent with it. Go to the pricing and logistics section and listen to that part. You will get shown everything. And with that, I want to conclude this session about Wahyu and the Kojoyo Cooperative. I hope it gave you a little bit of a view of how these people work together in coffee to enable them to survive better and deliver better coffee quality to us. Okay, now that you know more about Wahyu and the Kojoyo Cooperative, I will look forward to see you in the next part where we talk a bit about Indonesia and why this coffee is different, and discuss all the processing that is happening and how it changes your coffee that you're drinking right now. See you there!